And welcome back, YouTube. Looking at where we left off last time, sans leaving the game running while I go make a cup of tea. So we can see that a little bit of progress has been made in building up the base here. Why is WSD not working? Gotta select the game. Okay. Hopefully that hasn't screwed with the recording. Looks like it hasn't. Okay. So, looking at the power over the last couple minutes while I was taking tea. The buffer has been doing better and better and better. To be fair, a lot of it is just that we're not running it as hard as we used to. And in theory, we're making more power, we're storing more power, and we're being more efficient as time goes on. Contemplating, it probably is worth... Well, I don't know if we can throw modules in the space rocket launcher. If we can throw modules in there, it might be worth throwing some speed in there. Can you take modules? I think the answer is no. Oh no, it takes modules. Okay, in which case it may make sense to grab 4 speed modules. It's 2 minutes to manually craft speed module 2s. What I can do is I can just sort of yank a bunch of speed modules here. Yoink. And queue up 1, 2. And then I'm actually short on blue? Yeah, okay. Is there a way for me to easily nick some blue? Not really, because my blue is direct fed over. Actually, yeah, there is if I go over to where the rocket launcher is. Space rocket launcher is. The spaceport. Go over to the spaceport, my friend. Okay, maybe throwing speed in is not going to help, because that's not the limiting factor right now. The limiting factor right now is actually production of blue. We'll task these all to be upgraded to improve their energy efficiency. Then I'll also go ahead and boot these all with the upgrade planner. That should increase the throughput of the blue. Okay, so I'll go ahead and throw the speed modules in here that I made. Where did they go? Made some speed modules, didn't I? There they are. There we go. So now it will run a lot faster. It's input limited right now, which is a different problem. Okay, so I don't want to mess around too much on Earth while we got, well, on the planet while we got stuff to do in space. So you make 75 fuel every 2 seconds. Presumably do the same. 75 every 2 seconds, yes. These engines consume way more than that. They consume 120 a second. So that's 480. Okay. We're gonna do this entirely differently. I don't think those are gonna be any useful. So we're gonna quickly disassemble all these because these aren't useful. We're gonna be real lazy. This is gonna be a slow boat. It's not gonna go anywhere quickly. It's gonna have one engine. That one engine will need to meet our desire to get the one engine to go full speed. We need 2 chemical laboratories aside. This will actually be slightly excess, but we'll get 2 chemical laboratories aside. At that point, don't really need anything special. We can just run something like that. Feed them. Do we want them running off the same water maker? What do we do to melt ice? Is that also in these plants? Yes. Okay, so we want to operate enough of fuel A and fuel B. Each of those are going to need 20 water. Well, each of those are going to need basically 10 water a second. We worked out from the other recipe that we make from one... Okay, so we only need one ice melter. So we only need one ice melter, so we might as well do something symmetric. To make that ice. Okay. Because we don't actually want those 2 undergrounds or those 2 undergrounds. So I'm going to do something that goes from there. That's a good question. Do we have that level of range? Okay, we will have that level of range. So we can do something to there to there. And from there to there. Provide the water. No, we got 1 underground missing, or one not above underground missing. That goes there. So now we just need to feed in water and carbon and iron ore. So we can go back to building up the turret component of the base, or turret component of the spaceship. And to be fair, I suspect this is probably not the optimal way to build it, and that I'm probably being a little overkill in the turrets. I suspect most of the turrets that are not up at the front are not necessary. Where do they line on one side and not line on the other? Because I did the belts. One down on one side than the other side, because of course it did. Doesn't really make a big difference, I think. this is going to want a sushi back. Oops. I need some space for that to come out. I have to say, I'm liking the music. The music here is nice. Oops, destroyed a little bit of the ground. It's easy enough to fix this by coming to space and grabbing you and saying, place, place. That's what I get with trying to build the design before the spaceship hull is built. And these want to be bullets. I got no copper in space, so these are going to be regular bullets. It's a bit of a shame, but it should work. Actually, I can save a little bit of space and assign it to something else. Going up like that. Then that wants to be iron plates, which means I need to make some iron plates. Honestly, I've got this whole setup and I'm just realized that that doesn't make any sense. That bit of the sushi build doesn't make any sense. Because you know what? It would make a bunch more sense. There's a sushi build like that. These can come in, down like so. And that's not the dragon effect. Doesn't quite work if you're in a situation or you're not dragging over something because the thing isn't there. Not gonna work. Well, it might actually work there, but I think it's not gonna work there because I think we are short on stuff. Things. Stuff and things, yeah. Okay. So how did I do it on the last one? I did 2 per type on a sushi. Oops. Still want to be in space. Still want to go up to Boz Fizzle. Actually, can I just borrow setup from Bob Fizzle? It might not be high enough throughput. To be fair, it almost certainly isn't high enough throughput, but it's a start. Okay, that will work. And then I can run the sushi like so. Okay, so that's the sushi belt. Carbon's in the middle. I actually only have 1 need for carbon right now. We're the one that wants metal. Oh, technically, you don't want metal. Aha! You want iron ore. Which in a way actually makes it easier, because then I can just do that. Grab, grab. Overflow. Come down there, and overflow. Come down there, and hopefully we don't have that much level overflow. Then, solar panels. Solar panels. Everything up here has to be powered with solar. So I'm only going to use the space down here, so we're going to fill it with solar. That's for the moment. I need to work out the pathing on those. Okay, and then we do something like so. there to there, there to there. So that's the carbon going to where it needs to be. We got the metal ore going to where it needs to be. We got metal actually being made, which I've overproduced bullets, apparently. Overproducing bullets. It's... From a symmetry standpoint, this is a pretty nice looking ship. Whoops. Whoops. It's easy enough to fix. Just slightly annoying. Do a splitter there. Okay, that'll provide more than enough ice. Just screwed something up. I screwed something up. So that is the iron out. So that is my iron getting fed into the out on the ice. Yeah, that's the problem. There we go. So, iron comes in, gets split, goes to the bolt makers, which I'm actually going to downsize. We got way too many bolt makers. In fact, I suspect those are going to probably be solar panels in the end. Make those solar panels, and we're going to probably still need more power. Make that empty space solar panel, and that empty space solar panel. That empty space solar panel. And now we're waiting for it to build. So I think we got all the bits we need. It's not going to fly fast. If it gets into real trouble, it's going to run out of bullets. But it's being built, and it is spaceship-shaped. Spaceship-shaped. That's a good way to describe it. Okay, how's the power grid been looking while we're doing this? Oh, as I've been so focused on the game, apparently got raided. So, hello, raiders. Good day. People watching on YouTube, they're asking to see how the run is going. The run is going reasonably okay. Maybe haven't been the best at making it particularly fast. Trying to improve the local power grid as well. Yeah, the engines are passed through, but you gotta... Well, like, to be fair, with the engines, go up to the Bob Fizzle. Looking at the engine consumption, it consumes 120 something, and each of these are only going to make 75. In fact, I don't even have enough of these to get that engine running, so I got one engine because I'm not even going to fuel the engine enough. Okay, so that's one of the chatters is saying you need turrets on the sides when you're at a planet that's not Novice. So hopefully I don't need them too much at the bottom, because I haven't put very many at the bottom. But the sides are pretty decent. Yeah, there's a bunch of alerts. Most of the alerts you can see are solar panels, because at some point I was expanding. I'll get into the map mode for running around. It was expanding the solar panel field, so the robots are handling that, and then the other ones are... I assigned a lot of efficiency modules to expand the mines down here. And the automated grid just doesn't have enough efficiency modules in it, or solar panels in it at the moment. Those should, over time, fix themselves. It is automated, it is being produced. It's just one factory going. So it's not the fastest in the world. So if you're watching as a viewer, and that because I know one of the raiders asked that as a chat question, that's what's going on there. Okay, and we still haven't made enough U-235 to get the Corvax running yet. Pulling around checking all my mines, mainly to pick up any of the miners that aren't actively doing anything, as the mines slowly deplete. So going back up to Bomb Fizzle, we're going to need 8 of those. Oh, and those are blue. Okay, so those aren't going to get built for a while. We've got a shortage of the blue circuit processing units. Okay. Okay. What do we need for crushers? What, I've got something set up that's going to consume... We're going to use 9 of those, or 12 of those. Those, I think I have the parts for on the planet, so I can get those made up quickly. Okay, so that's latency in latency structure. We're have some electric engines. Okay, that looks gonna be enough for that. Grab some steel plate off the belt, off the bus. I don't think I've actually queued up enough. Okay, I may not have actually grabbed enough. Remember, it's 12. Yeah, I don't think grab enough of the structure. That makes sense. Okay, so now I'm down to the loaded structure that's required. So that'll be 9, and 3 more than that. Yeah. Okay, so I can shove that on the rocket, so I'm going to go up. So that's those. Those are automated. I'm going to have to make an engine. manually. Okay, so the engine and the asteroid collectors require the processing units, which we're making, but mostly it's going into launching the bits we need to get the space platform going. Okay, so it looks like as far as stuff it's requesting... Well, no, it is requesting the... Oh, those just go up in a bunch and sets of 9. Okay, so we've got a situation where it can build those, so it's requesting those. No, those goes in 4. Why are you requesting 9 then? No, you have 9. That's what's requesting. That's the request log. What was that should be able to make? Why is it... Well, I know probably why it's not... It doesn't got the gun turrets, is because it probably doesn't want the gun turrets yet. They're not the highest priority, I suppose, for getting up there. They should be automated. Yeah. No, that's not the gun turrets. How do I put them in the automation? There's the automation. Well, it's a good thing I haven't been requesting gun turrets, because apparently I screwed up something with gun turrets, and it's not getting its, it's not getting its gears. It doesn't work with no gears. Wait, this is... Solve the problem with the magic of spaghetti. I mean, this is going to be somewhat expensive spaghetti, but, spaghetti, fix it. It's the other way around. Ah, I see what I screwed up. Okay, no, I don't need spaghetti to fix this, then. It's cheaper than that to fix. I shipped in steel when I needed to ship in... gears. That's what I screwed up. Okay, so with that, we should have turrets being produced, which should meet Bob Fizzle's requirements. That's what we're waiting on. That's mainly just shipping. That I need some processing units for. That we just fixed. That's producible. It's got a request for that, which means we're just waiting on shipping. It's requesting 0 of that because we've got what we need up there. Gonna have to throw up a rocket. Got all the pipe to ground. Apparently don't have enough pipe to fill one. Interesting. Where is my pipe storage? The pipe one's easy. The pipe one is saying, hey, there's enough to fill one stockpile. Which just means I need to upgrade the passive pipe to hold 2 stacks. Okay, then we'll do pipes. So that's fine, that's fine. Logistic request. There isn't enough of machine 3 in the network? No, that's not so machine 3. So machine 3 is there. Should be enough of machine 3 in the network. Don't really want to give you 2 stacks. Don't want there to be 2 stacks of some machine 3. You only want half a stack anyway. So that's probably just a shipping issue. That's what's probably complaining about there. Yeah, that's a shipping issue. Okay. Okay, so everything in theory should be being made. Mainly we're just being bottlenecked on processing units. So I suppose if I want to get this going faster, I need more processing units. So I got a couple different processing unit locations. This is one. And my other one, the other tiny one is this one. This is really just made to make efficiency modules. Well, modules too. It's currently set to efficiency modules to lower energy requirements across the base because we were having energy problems earlier. Okay, at least at current consumption, I'm not having energy problems. Okay, a little worrisome. It looks like every last single green circuit is being used. Okay, some of that is bus issues. Some of that's bus issues. Okay. Can work with it being bus issues. That's quick to fix. Oh, other way around. This probably doesn't necessarily immediately make much sense. We got one bus coming in, which, in theory, it actually is enough to maybe meet that requirement. Maybe not. So you prioritize right. So the right belt should be full. At some point I had that running off to do... Well, oh, because I rearranged stuff on this side, so that's why there's an off belt there. Oops. That, and then there is no second belt coming off there, so that should, if there is stuff, put it on the belt. And then from here down, we'll do click, 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 click. So... we'll see if that improves the bus throughput. And the hopes is this will increase the throughput of the blue processing units. Honestly, it wouldn't be that hard just to also shove some speed modules in them to make them go faster as well. Okay, so 2 belts of green is filling with the bus, so that looks good. So seeing that stream down. Won't necessarily know if that is fix the problem for a moment while system refills back up from all being diverted off. We're getting a bit closer with the solar panels, but I think we also need some in orbit. Yeah, and the orbital ones haven't been shipped up yet, so we'll wait a moment before we make a big demand for more solar panels. I do still need more efficiency modules. Efficiency 2's full. No, but they're 36. That's probably worth doing another pass to increase throughput. These don't necessarily run very often, but when they do, we want them to be energy efficient. Oh wait, now there's probably a net demand for 2s? No, apparently not. Probably waiting for bots then. Because I doubt. Probably assigned more than 37 of them. Those upgrades in. Also go ahead and just say, go ahead and upgrade those to 3s. Oh, yeah, we're one short. If it wasn't for the fact that we're only using stone directly for... Okay, that's why the only half the stone bus is empty. Because we really only use half of it. We're using the left half of the bus. We're not pulling evenly. That's what's happening. And we follow it all the way back, you can probably find that because we're not pulling evenly, we've depleted like half the field or something. Yeah, we've randomly depleted the entire right side of the field. Almost. Which is fine. I got another stone field when that one runs out. Blue's going a little faster. At least the green's not. The green's backed up over here, which is a good sign. The green's backing up over here. Okay. See if there's enough throughput to actually back up from the blue over here. Okay, so... Click, 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 and that's the last one. That'll give me an idea of how empty the bus I'm making the bus. Gives me a good idea if I need to add more capacity. Okay, so we still have enough throughput for that portion. Okay, so we got no more demands for solar panels. Is the solar panels backed up enough that it's ready to go up? So there's 10 in the network. Has Bob Frizzle got its request? No, Bob Frizzle also wants a full stack of 50, so we'll see if that ships when that backs up. Okay, let's not necessarily assume that that is enough throughput, and we'll go ahead and shift it down a little bit more. Honestly, with the exception of this blue, we're running at the right speed. It's all backed up. Already, oh, they're probably waiting for a bot to come pick things up, is what's happening there. Delivery bot arrived before pickup bot. Yeah. Okay, and I'm sort of trying to make the system better. I'm also interfering with the system operating, which is a slightly different problem. Okay, it's in, it's running. I'm having bypassing, which is going through, filling that one up, filling that one up. Yes, well, if it's running fine at that point, it's fine. I am seeing that I don't necessarily have great lane balancing, because I'm pulling very heavily off of the right side instead of left, or versus the left side. Yeah, so at this point it's coming down to lane balancing. Pulling very, very heavily off of one side of the lane. This basically being the one exception to where we're pulling heavily off the other side, so that'll work. It'll work. We sort of balance it out at the end. So yeah, I don't necessarily need to expand it, didn't necessarily need to expand anything, I just need to improve the operation efficiency of the bus. So let's just check on power. Power doesn't appear to immediately be a problem. And we haven't made a full stack of that yet, so it's not going to get requested by Starport yet. So now, in theory, it could be requested. Okay, so it is currently requesting the solar panels. So the solar panels should be on their way. And then once they're actually up there, I can then build out the solar panel system a little bit more. I'm surprised the logistics system is so slow. That is one thing I can improve. We've built more logistics spots. I can go just grab a bunch and toss them in the system. just been mainly focusing on construction, which is why they started making construction bots in the system. Or the logistics, yeah. Okay, give me all the logistics. Wondering something in the system. We don't apparently need those, but that should, when there's scenarios where you've got a request for a lot of stuff, they should just be delivered a lot faster now. Okay, that rocket's ready to go, so we should see a launch with the solar panels on the way up to space. That's something I can do. We got a surplus of speed modules, because I built enough to. Well, I didn't necessarily build enough. I built some to operate the assembly machine 3 production. So let's grab a bunch of these. Doesn't necessarily need to be backed up. Let's speed that up for the moment. And then I'm going to shove that in specifically our blue processing unit line for the rocket launch. So the rocket launches go faster. It's going to send their power requirements to the moon, but waiting on greens. Which might now be the problem that I've operated that way. This is a solution that will simply just move the problem to a different location. But, you know, we'll move the problem to a different location. There we go. Now they all pretty much have, well, much more likely to have their green circuits. By upgrading that belt, specifically this section of the belt, all to red, it allows it to, if we've got the demand for it, pull from both sides of the yellow belt, feeding it instead of one side. And yeah, that should increase the production of processing units. I suppose I could run it on the same one down here. It's these processing units as well. Similar logic. Though I suppose in these cases, this is going to make us make efficiency module 2s faster, which isn't necessarily the end of the world. We'll make the network consume a little bit more power. So hopefully we don't go through the accumulators too much. Yeah, the solar panels are now up here. So if I need/want to build more solar panels, I can do that. Yeah, so mainly I'm being limited by rocket launches at this point. Spaceships construction is rocket launch limited. Or it might also be processing unit. Not sure. It's been a long time since I did the math required to do the rocket launches. So it may be that I never built the processing units up high enough to get that going fast enough, so that might be the limiting factor. Looks like we're almost running the unit constantly. I suppose I could swap... Yeah, that is an argument. There's an argument to be made that I should probably swap it from speed to productivity, because we're being input limited rather than throughput limited on rocket launches right now. In this case, it's requesting more platforms. And off it goes, because that was probably pretty close by for delivery purposes. Okay, this should be slowing down the consumption of processing units. In exchange, we should be getting a much higher yield if that's the true limiting factor. Okay. At some point, if I can keep the power situation stable, I should probably start to transition from efficiency modules in most of the base. Well, at least in the bits that are important, either to productivity or speed, depending on where they are. As far as the circuit boards, it's probably speed. Or actually, if it's not really a limiting factor, it's productivity. If it's a limiting factor like these are, it's probably speed. So, for example, the green circuits would probably be productivity. But maybe not, because I'm trying to set them up so they're input-output and have to rejiggle the math. Maybe worth trying to rejig the math at some point. Okay, so now we're not limited by blue circuits for the moment. Which means I'm actually going to nick a few of those. Because we got stuff we want to make. I want to make 8 of those. To make 8 of those, I need 40 blue. Okay, 42 is enough over 40. And grabbing the low density structure should be easy to do. What am I short on? Short on electric engines, that's why it's not going. Go pick up 6 engines, which is easy enough to do. I just gotta walk down to where they get picked up. In fact, I can just pick up a stack like that. Then we need one of the big thrusters, which is going to be picking up more blue processing units. Yep. Okay, how grumpy is it going to be to me if I just go ahead and it's not going to let me truck those in for the moment? Let's automatically turn this off for the moment, so I can shove stuff in. Okay, I can ship that. That's fine. Okay, looking at the time, I should probably put a part break in for YouTube. So if you're watching this on Twitch, feel free to hang around. It is early in the night, early enough in the night that I'll probably go ahead and do one more part. If you're watching on Twitch, that means that we'll probably be part up tomorrow. Oh, wait, it's talking about asteroid events. Not gonna read that right now. So, until the next part, hope you all have a good time, good luck. Catch you all in the next part.